Huge crowds gathered in Washington, D.C. to protest a proposed oil pipeline from Canada to Texas. Hundreds also gathered in Mission Bay to speak out against the Keystone Pipeline. New at 6, 10 News reporter Jennifer Jensen live in Mission Bay with how scientists say that pipeline will impact San Diego. Jennifer.
Well, good evening, Itika. That local protest actually started right here along Mission Bay. Hundreds gathered here and they took their protest over this I-5 overpass at Claremont Drive, their voices joining others in Los Angeles, San Francisco, and in Washington, D.C.
Hey, hey, ho, ho, Keystone Pipeline's got to go.
San Diegans joined the nationwide protest today to stop the Keystone XL Pipeline project, a pipeline which will deliver bitumen slurry to the Texas coast to create refined petroleum products like gasoline. The project out of Alberta, Canada is being funded by a Canadian company, but they'll run its pipelines down through the U.S. There was a huge protest in Washington, D.C. today to send a message to President Obama about the long-term effects of this pipeline on the environment. A similar message here from hundreds in San Diego. But a spokesperson from the American Petroleum Institute says the pipeline will create tens of thousands of U.S. jobs.
The protest you're seeing today is not against this pipeline. It's against fossil fuels. They believe that not building Keystone is going to end the oil sands production in Canada, and that's simply not true. Full pipeline will result in 20,000 jobs. And in fact, if you invest in Keystone, all the oil sand investments that will go through Keystone, it will create, studies show, over 100,000 new U.S. jobs by 2035.
Why is it also a local issue? Well, if you look at the storm surge in Sandy, the ocean on the East Coast is a foot higher than it used to be. So part of the reason it was so impactful is the floor started. Being a coastal community, we're going to be impacted by more CO2 going into the atmosphere, not just the air, but also when CO2 goes to the ocean.
Now, he also told 10 News that even though the pipeline is on the other side of the country, we should be very concerned with our water levels here. Even the water here along Mission Bay could rise 12 to 18 inches over the next 3 or 4 decades. Right now, the project is still being considered by the federal government. Of course, we're going to keep an eye on it. We're live here in Mission Bay. Jennifer Jensen, 10 News.